So if you weren't afraid, what would you do? We've got a sword, communication, light coming in. I feel like there's a lot that you're learning right now. There's a lot of like flowing divine information almost that you feel the need to shield and protect yourself from. Maybe there's someone in your life like this that you feel you need to protect yourself from, but maybe it's just in general you're learning right now, and the things you're learning are big, and you're ready for it, but you're defensive, and you almost like you don't see the full picture yet. Right now, you're really seeing what scares you, and you can't see the end product yet. Because, see, her face is, like, half covered, and, like, only one eye is showing. You see the truth, and you see the pain, yet you haven't seen the means to the end yet. But you can look at all the light around you. And there's a lot of love around you. A lot of people really care about you and see you for who you are right now. And, like, if there's things you need to leave behind, please leave them behind. And I know that's easier said than done, but, like, people just love you. And you love you. I think you're starting to love yourself, too. And, it's just time to, but you're a water sign, so you have an attachment and it hurts. But one of the great lessons of this, you know, of being a human is to learn not to have attachment. We're supposed to be detached from things. We're supposed to not have attachments to things. And the universe will actually take things from us when we start to get too attached to them. Like physical things. Like, I'll always lose jewelry, like my favorite jewelry. Ugh, that's like too relatable right now. I'll always lose my favorite fucking jewelry when I start to love it too much or when I get too attached to it. And it's because, like, the universe is teaching you, like, that's not what this life is about. It's the same thing with people. We're not supposed to get too attached to people. Like, we're just only supposed to, it's only supposed to be us. Like, the only thing we're supposed to need is ourselves, because we can only be fulfilled by spirit, and spirit dwells within us. We are God. So, and we are gods and goddesses, like we are all that is. We are the consciousness. We are the divine. So, when we start to get too attached to things, we lose them. And I feel like you just lost something, or like you are in the process of losing something, or you're on the tail end of losing something, so you're feeling very defensive right now. But trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Like, the reason you lost this thing is because, like, there's much more that is to be offered. I think this thing was not as good as you thought it was. And I think deep down you knew it wasn't as good, but, and good and bad, those are not the right terms. I think you knew that it wasn't on the same vibration you were, and that you guys weren't on the same page, or you in this situation weren't on the same page, or what have you. You and this loss were not on the same page. However, you were really fighting, but it was lowering your vibration, and the universe can't have your vibration lowered at this point, because they need you to be at a high frequency, because you, like, we all have been put on the earth at this exact moment for a reason, because the earth is in crisis. The earth as a planet is in crisis, and I literally believe that every fucking human being on the planet right now is here for a divine purpose. So, like, whatever you're leaving behind was just distracting you from that divine purpose. So, if you knew you were supported, what would you do? Follow your dreams. Like, let go of the small dream that was holding you back. Like, they had to take it from you because it was making you think small. You gotta think big. Mintonkin, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers, council of light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms, and Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. The reason I read all three of these at the same time is because they all connect. Like, basically, like, I just put out that video about aliens. It's so crazy because, like, these are all, and sorry, I feel like I scratch my face a lot in videos, and one of the girls who I watch, Katie Groves, she says that that's triggering when people, like, scratch their face or whatever, and sorry if that's triggering to you. I sometimes just get itchy, and I always take that as, like, different chakras opening up, because I'm certified in Reiki, and there are most people don't know this. They only know about the 7 chakras that you have, but you have chakras over your entire body, okay? Like, literally everywhere. So, like, I have a chin chakra. Like, you have them here. Like, you have everywhere. Like, everywhere you could imagine you have a chakra, you have them. So, like, these are, like, little portal openings in your body that let in and out energy. So, like, and if you're interested in that, guys, like, leave me a comment, and I will totally talk more about that. I've got this really great book that an old friend got me from Goodwill. I get my best spiritual books from used bookstores on a whim. That's the way to get them. But anyway, so I've got this great book I'll share with you guys. I'll show you the pictures and everything. But it's a great reference. But anyway, I always feel like these chakras itch because something's coming in, energy is flowing through, or blockages are being removed, and you have an eye right here. Like, this is another third eye. Like, you got an eye here, an eye here, and an eye here. I think you have one on your nose, too, which you wouldn't expect, but you do. Okay, so the reason I read all 3 of these cards together is because they're all alien related. Not necessarily alien related, but interdimensionally related. So the Mintonkin, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. I believe these other species come from the Sirius constellation, or maybe the Pleiadian constellation, but they're basically like water aliens, and they're like really beautiful souls, like light workers. And so the original light workers, like, they are pure of heart and mind and soul. And, like, maybe that's what the water signs on the earth are now. Maybe they're reincarnated from that planet, because that planet got attacked by the Dracos. I've listened to different podcasts of different people who have been reincarnated from Mintonka, and they have, like, these recollections of people literally being, of coming back to their planet, like, in spaceships and shit, and, like, people literally just being blown up and stuff, and it's just crazy. Like, there was a war, the Draconians created war on Mintonka, so maybe the water signs that are alive on the earth today are the original light workers, the Mintonkin. Wow. And Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So, okay, so I've mentioned this before. I'm a water sign. Like, my sun, moon, and rising are all in water. And everywhere I go with spirituality, like, I went to a spirituality church, and, like, when I watch videos on YouTube, like, everything that I do pertaining to spirituality, like, I keep hearing, like, I had a medium recently tell me last week, it's just like everywhere I go, they tell me something good is coming for you. So, I almost feel like maybe this is the state that all water signs are in right now. There's something good coming, and you can feel it. It's like you can almost see it, you can almost taste it, like you can see it, because you can see it in your mind's eye, and you're creating the future, and, like, you're in a transition period right now. And you are taking the steps to move towards the next period in your life, but you're just in this weird little, like I said, transition period. So, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. One of the readings I was listening to for myself said that one of my lessons right now is I'm literally being taught I'm being taught a lesson in, divine timing and patience. Like, I'm being taught to be patient, and that makes a lot of sense. Like, I always like to think of myself as a patient person, and I'm patient with people. Like, I'm patient with humans, and patient with animals and children, and, like, certain things, but, like, time? Hell no! I definitely need could have used a lesson on that. Yeah, I hate waiting in line. I'm definitely an instant gratification kind of person, and I became this kind of person. But, and it depends, certain situations I'm not always like that. But, yeah, it's all part of a plan, basically. And, like, it's all part of your soul plan, because I personally believe we all create a soul plan for ourselves before we send our souls down to this earth. And, Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Yeah, this is just seconding that. It's just basically being like, if you're having any second thoughts about literally anything that you're doing, don't. Just listen to your intuition. Listen to the small voice within, because it's your guides, guardians, ancestors, and angels, and they're sending you up this beautiful staircase, up your path, to get where you need to go. And, literally every step that you take that feels right, that in your heart of hearts is right. The second it feels wrong, the second you feel in your gut or in, like, in your heart that it's wrong, in the pit of your stomach that it's wrong, it's wrong. It's not good. And then that's when you're going to fall off your path. But right now you're doing a really, really good job. Since you're dealing with this loss, you're kind of just like, I don't know, you're kind of just got your eye on the prize and pushing forward. Yeah. Because this loss is leading to abundance. Alright. Wow, exactly what I just said. That's incredible. Reduction, Sekhmet, reduction. Reduction is leading to healing. Wow, that's incredible. So, the reduction, Sekhmet, she's a bloodthirsty goddess, and she's an intense goddess. So, like, this loss was... And this can be a loss of any kind. But this loss was painful. And it cut deep. And you know what else you should do right now? What I'm also trying to do is I'm trying to really purge and become a lot more minimalist. Like, because I just have too much stuff and it's suffocating. And what does it do for me? Like, nothing but make me stressed out. So, like, reduction leads to healing. Heal yourself. This loss is really showing you the bare bones of who you are. It's stripping you down, and it's healing you from the inside out. You're purging. Maybe you didn't cry for a really long time. Maybe you didn't cry and you literally just washed your body, like you washed your insides with your tears, and you just let it flow, and you just let yourself cry, and you let the emotions go. And this loss could be a loss of ego, for those of you who do not have a loss resonating. But I'm not going to focus on that. I'm not going to focus on the negative or what doesn't resonate. Wow, these crystals just feel so good. Yeah. And after this cleansing of self and this cleansing of soul has brought you much self-esteem and clarity. You're taking charge of your life, and you're taking charge of yourself, and you're taking charge of your body, and you're having faith. You're having faith in yourself and your divine path in the universe. maybe you're dressing different too, like, maybe you're just starting to be more of yourself. And she's got, like, an umbrella, and that just reminds me of, like, after the rain, there's a rainbow. And maybe you're, like, so that's giving me two thoughts. Maybe you're finally, like, coming out. Maybe you're not straight. Or maybe after, like, a bunch of turbulence, like, and hardship in your life, like, finally you're seeing the ends. Like, you're finally going to see what it's all been for. You're going to see that it's all worth it, and that this is it. Like, this is what you've been waiting for. Huh. Also, maybe you do some sort of, like, prop kind of, like, dance work. Like, maybe you dance with hula hoop, or, like, maybe you do silks, or, like, because look at that. Like, she's got that umbrella, like, and she's got that, like, really cute outfit, like, all self-esteem, and, like, maybe you're really getting back into a hobby that you love. Huh. Oh, and I wanted to say this for everyone this month, because I found this down in my creepy basement. I've got, like, storage down there, and I'm slowly going through it, because, like I said, I'm trying to be a little bit more minimalist and get rid of stuff right now. And I found a box of my treasures that I never unpacked when I first moved here. So, my therapist always lets me pick a card. Well, not always, but, like, whenever I need to, I'll pick a card from a certain deck of cards she has. And she lets me take it with me a lot of the time, and that's the cards that I have, like, on this mirror. I don't know if you can see, like, the cards there. It's my little feng shui water bowl and my little healing hand candles, but, like, there's cards all over it. But anyway, I found this one, and it says, I create the world that I live in. No one can create negativity or stress within you. Only you can do that by virtue of how you process your world. Damn. I create the world I live in. No one can create negativity or stress within you. Only you can do that by virtue of how you process your world. Wow. Okay. Little pillows on there. And that really pretty, like, sunflower. And then look at keys and, like, a ladybug that's a phone, and another phone and flowers. It's just gorgeous, and clouds, sunset. Really pretty. And be nice to yourself right now. Be kind to yourself and your body. And maybe, how I was saying, if you're, like, getting back into a hobby, you might not be the best at it if you used to do it a long time ago. So just, like, be gentle with yourself, and listen to your body, and if it tells you to stop. Like, don't keep going. If you have pain, just stop. Alright, 2 more cards. What do water signs have to look forward to in January? 2 more cards, please. I said 2. That's too much. I guess I'll take them. This flipped out upside down, didn't it? Alright, how I'm going to take that is that's coming in February. Damn. Alright, so how I'm going to read this is, like, just very plain. So you're very much going to be the master of your own thoughts and your own actions, and like basically anything that you said you were gonna do this month, you're gonna do. You're gonna get it done. Anything that people were doubting you on, anything that like for like the last 3 or 4 years you were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna like, I'll get back into that. I'll go back to school. I'll do this. I'll do that. Like, you've been saying it for years. Like, you're actually going to do it. You're ready. Like, you were just saying it before to make people happy and make people leave you alone and make people, like, stop telling you to do it. So you're like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. No, now you're actually going to do it for you, and you actually feel like doing it, and you actually want to do it. So you've tempered yourself. You've tempered your emotions, and you really are the master of your own emotions. And like, you're learning how to, like, you're ready. Say you're going back to school, you're ready to go back to school because you've learned how to master yourself in a way that you can shut out the emotions of the, if you're an empath, you've learned how to protect yourself and shut out the emotions of those around you, because like maybe going to school 4 years ago was like not even a possibility because you were so much of a sponge that you were just soaking up all of everything, all of the energy of the people around you. Literally anything and everything that people were emitting onto you, you were picking up. So like now it's a possibility because you've grown and you've changed and you've learned to master your emotions, and you can actually be like an avid member of the community of whatever it is that you're getting back into. And here you are sowing your seeds, and like you're planting your seeds. Spring is like the flowers are blooming. It's right around the corner. Like I said before, the good things are coming. They're right there. You can see them because you're preparing for them. They're in your mind. You just haven't started yet. Or maybe you're starting a new job in a couple weeks. Lyra, 7 of Wands. And whatever this is, like, you feel a strong need to protect it. Like, I think in the past, you would often put people's needs in front of yours. Like, maybe there are certain deadlines that you have to meet for this, and maybe before you'd let people persuade you into like missing the deadlines because you weren't really that interested in doing whatever it is that you're doing, and now you're like, no, I actually care about me. I'm not focused on everybody else and their sister and mother and brother. Like, I'm focused on me. I'm actually going to meet my deadlines. I'm going to get there and do what I need to do. And like, maybe your relationships are suffering because of this, but at the end of the day, you're just going to be a better, more well-rounded person for doing whatever it is that makes you shine and like makes you feel like you're growing. Because the more you grow, the more you have to give, and the more of yourself is healthy and like nurtured and fed, and like your cup is full. So like, it's not like you're giving when you're not giving to yourself. So maybe your relationships are suffering right now, and relationships is family, friends. It's not just boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. It's not just that. So maybe people aren't really understanding why you're saying no to hanging out, or like why you're so busy, but you can see the end. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're spreading your wings, you're flying, you're sharing your voice, and you have a lot to protect. Like, you have quite a bit to, you have quite a bit that you need to do, and you have quite a bit you need to protect. And it's almost like you feel like, Hercules. So, Conjure Queen had talked at one point, if you know me, you know I always talk about Conjure Queen. Love her. Subscribe to her if you haven't. Anyway, she talked about how Hercules was a god among mortals. And he felt so sad because he was constantly trying to fit in among these mortals and couldn't understand why nobody liked him and couldn't understand why he didn't fit in. And maybe right now you're losing your friends, or like your friends are hurting your feelings, or maybe you're not seeing eye to eye, or you're realizing that people really aren't as good of friends as you thought they were, or you're losing contact with people. And it's like, that's because you're on a spiritual conscious journey, and you gotta stop being sad that you're not immortal. You're God. You are connected to God. And so are they, but right now they live in their mortal lives. They're not choosing to pay attention to this. They're choosing to subscribe to the 3D, which kind of like makes me sick to my stomach to think that somebody would choose that path. Because I'm not trying to do that. The goal is not to be reincarnated back here. Anyway. But you can't feel sad that you're not on their page. You have to feel grateful that you are a God among mortals, and that you see, and that you don't look with your eyes, you see with your third eye. You very much need to feel grateful for that. And try not to feel so alienated or alone, because soon you won't feel so alone. Like, the tribe is coming. Your tribe is coming. And this was like upside down but popped out, and like 100% like I had readers say this in other readings too that I watched for myself the water sign. I think it, like, you've been thinking about a relationship and you've been doing the work, like you're not like codependent and you're not like, you know, doing what you're not supposed to be doing. If you're actually taking care of yourself and doing the work out here, there's a relationship coming in February, and like this, February or March, and so near future, and this person is going to treat you like the goddess or god that you actually are, because they're going to see all of the universe within you, and they're not gonna try and shut it down. Like, you know, when you meet people and they want to dim your shine because it frightens them, because they either think you're crazy or like they just don't get it, or they're just wicked fucking jealous because like people like you and they give you attention or whatever. Like, it's not gonna be like that. Like, they're gonna see your shine and they're gonna be like, I want more, but not in a spiritual vampire kind of way, in a like, I want to add to your shine because I think you're so fucking beautiful, teach me more kind of way. So yeah, get ready for that. Or if you're in a relationship, somebody is just going to be able to appreciate you so fully and see the divine within you. Namaste, right? Huh. So equal and beautiful. Yeah. Well, that was a really nice reading. Wow. Yeah, and I hope you liked it. Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And I hope to see you next month. Maybe I'll do a mid-month. I'm not really sure yet. Depends on how busy my month is. But, yeah. Thanks for watching. Sending you love and light, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have a sign-off or a sign-on yet. I'm still new to this shit, so thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and I will hopefully see you another time.